I'm genuinely at a loss for this. Why does it keep doing this? What is going on? We're about, yeah, it's died again. Why is my internet doing this? God, my streaming history is gonna look like a nightmare on YouTube right now. That is some bullshit. What is going on? I see being a loser? Yeah, you think, what do I pay my ISP like $80 a month for just to randomly shit the bed on me? Like, why? God, that is annoying. I hate that. Anyways, I don't know where this cut off before it died. But, yeah, so there's the 13th Hersher, which was Alicia in Impact 3rd. There are 12 Titans. We knew that there, I noticed before we even got to Euphoria that there was supposed to be 13, that there's a missing one. And that this was a world where Ellie was absent. Right? It was very noticeable that this was a world where Ellie did not exist yet. We saw Cyrene, but we didn't know what her role was going to be yet. And it seems like I wasn't too far off in the actual assessment that, like, yeah, so far, this world is unique in the fact that there should be a 13th Titan. There should be an Ellie, but she isn't there. She was killed. And we don't know why. So, I guess that's, like, going to be the focus of maybe the next patch. But they'll probably leave us on more mysteries that we don't know. But they've only hinted very subtly at the existence of, like, the 13th Titan. That's only been, like, marketing materials on this stuff. They haven't really talked about it too much. Alright, let's click through all of Anax's stuff. Click, click, click. Come on. Let me finish getting all stuff in. This is gonna be like a much shorter thing. I didn't want to end it like right there. I wanted to actually like wrap up shit. But apparently my internet decided no. I'm trying to talk about Alicia. And they're like, no, you can't talk about Ellie. Not allowed to talk about your favorite character in all of Honkai for this. We have to like cut your internet off and ruin the pace of the stream just because. I need to figure out why that's happening. I genuinely have no idea. It's very confusing though. Also, I'm sure the people who live above me are pissed. I'm being so loud. I forget that it's 1:30 in the morning. I'm not used to having like people here. They're gonna be so mad. I'm probably getting like a notice of like noise complaint or something from my I should maybe be quiet. But I can't contain my excitement. Alright, come on, Star Rail. Let me click through all this stuff, please. Speed read those books. I mean, we're trying to. I don't need to read these. Do the same. Yeah, like I could read this later. It just takes a while. I'd like to get all this stuff done. At least you only have a neighbor above you. I mean, there's the neighbor above me, and then there's one to the side who I think would be like on like the other side of my bedroom wall. I think there would be an apartment building or a room over that side too. So I might be pissing off 2 people, actually. Maybe. Which would be unfortunate. That would be not a great thing. Alright, come on, let me click through this. I think it's like normal apartments would have like what, 3 apartments above, 3 or 4, it'd be like above and on either wall of you, unless you're like on the inside, which case you'd have like 6. So I have significantly less than like most people, but still, I'm probably gonna get a noise complaint at some point. It's fine. I'll just have to learn to be quiet when it's getting past 10 o'clock. There is like a noise ordinance, I think, for like past 10 p.m., so I'll have to be a little more careful about it. We'll see. No point in getting worked on something that hasn't happened yet. Cool, so Triby's thing is done. I guess Cass is gonna have 2. Yep, Cass has 2. So they're wrapping up all of their stuff immediately. That's nice. Come on, let me see it all finished. Because we're still missing a handful of Chrysos heirs, or like core flames or whatever, which may not require Chrysos heirs per se. Right, let's see. Clicking. I kind of wish there was a way to like speed this up a little bit. Like, I get that they want you to like listen to it and read through it, which we tried to do initially, but like it takes so long. We'd be here till like 3 o'clock in the morning reading through all this. Next act. Going to the end, which is her death, sort of. Kind of. I really wish I had rolled for Caceres. Genuinely. Bam. Come on. There's so many pages. Oh my god. I just wanted to talk about Ellie. I'm so excited for the next patch now. My favorite girl has finally shown up. We've been waiting for her for so long. I almost put her in the title of, or the thumbnail for the video. I was so tempted to put her in the thumbnail. I even pulled up like art of her. I was like waiting. I was so ready. Oh god, I think maybe do 3 for Hyacinth. Oh god, that's gonna take forever. Mightymost dying according to the prophecy is also pretty interesting too. Got stabbed in the back. The only person he ever told about that was Finan. So the fact that Finan yet again, or like someone managed to kill him, either they got really lucky or it was a previous Kevin who knew how to kill Mightymost. Assuming he's run into another version of him. It's not clear that every Chrysos heir is always the same person reincarnated. Though it could be. Alright, there we go. Now let's do Hyacinths. You're gonna give me 3 of them? I have thoughts? What are your thoughts? Do tell me. Oh, we only have 1 for Hyacinth. That's actually not bad. Let's see. Click. Oh, wait, so Fatfuck was a gift to Hyacinth? That's funny. That's funny. So I just gave her that fat thing. It was like, here you go. Have fun. Alright, there we go. Done. So she still has 2 more things to do. So I guess next patch we'll get more references to what Hyacinth's done. We'll get more things from her. The reason we can get messages from the Express is because of her influence in stabilizing Euphoria so she could enter. She said she did as much, so though we still can get messages out. Yeah, that would make sense. So we still have like 4 more Chrysos heirs to talk about here. And we still have 2 things for Cypher, 2 for Hyacinth, 3 for Finan. So we still have a little bit of stuff. I think next patch will probably, if it gets as much as we got here, we'll probably get all of Finan's, Hyacinth's, and Cypher's. And then they'll set up the next 4 of these, which will probably be new characters. And then at the very end of all of that, we'll get Alicia, who will probably go right here in the fucking middle. Alright, Mem, anything to say? So many things happened all of a sudden. Farewells are also so abrupt, making it hard to say what's truly in one's heart. Since we have time now, if you had to say goodbye to me, what would you say? Just curious. Let's just hit a pause for now. No, I think I'll be sweet to Mem this time. We saw Ellie, and Mem is a version of her probably, or a Mem sprite for her, or something to that effect, so I believe we will meet again someday. Something too, it's strange, when I think about parting, I don't feel too sad. Could it be because I've never experienced it before? So, is everyone's story coming to an end? I've always wanted to see a new story, but now my feelings are a little different. I really hope everything about them never reaches an end. Let's continue writing the rest of the story. As I should be more surprised, but somehow I knew Stella would say that. Then there's no need to dwell on it. No matter what happens next, no matter what you decide, I will always stand by your side. We are the best of partners, that will never change, right? No, it will not. Thank you, lesbian Jesus. The Legend of Iranova and mortals taking the place of Titans in a simulation explanation. And when it resets it really is a hard reset with the same people and characters, like resetting a game, even if the game itself talks about resets. Maybe. I think at this stage, it's too early to say a claim like that with any degree of certainty. We know that there are resets, and we have seen what previous resets look like, at least allegedly. We've met some of those characters who were there before. So, the evidence, as the story currently presents it, is that it is a simulation. It has maybe some of the same starting parameters, but the actual events are not going to be identical every single time. Doki Doki Trailblazer Club. Oh no. Flame Chase Volume. There we go. All them sweet, sweet rewards. That's what we like to see. So look, and I got like a whole ass, almost another 10 pull. Fantastic. We can end on some single pulls while we're at it, because I don't need these anyway. I would say it's pretty obvious that the Flame Reaver is a Kevin. Obviously, it's a simulation. Yeah. So, Amphorius is obviously simulation. We know it's the Emperor Scepter, so it's related to the anti-life equation. Finan is potentially the Lord Ravager, though why he's here is anyone's guess. It obviously relates to, I think, Ellie's death, or Cyrene's death in this context, is definitely a key point to it. And if we were to argue that similar starting parameters are what leads to the beginning of each simulation, then that means that Ellie's death is always a constant. That Finan having this revenge quest of trying to go avenge Ellie is a consistent thing. Which means that in the original, wherever this started at, a version of Kevin, if Kevin's the Flame Reaver, killed her. Right? Like, that would make the most sense. Like, Kevin killed Cyrene originally. We don't know why, but he did. If he's a Lord Ravager of some sort, okay. Don't know what the fuck the destruction wants with this place yet. We don't know why the anti-life equation's involved with this shit. Other than just, it's kind of just here, I guess. And we don't know what Fully wants, because like Noose is there because like the Interceptor was like, I guess, a byproduct of their creations, and they have an Emanator who's there kind of managing it. But we don't really know what Fully or Noose's goals are, so we can just kind of like set that aside for now. Fully's there because they seem to be very interested in what's happening to March. March and Cyrene seem to be connected in some way. Maybe even the same person. They're suggesting that March is lost in Amphorius, and that's a weird one. It could be that Mem and Cyrene and March share an origin, or a similar origin. They're like fragments of the same person, or something to that effect. It's not really clear yet. But I think now especially there's a lot more connection to tie Ellie and March together than we've ever had before. A lot of people were saying that before, but it's written in some very like dubious stuff. But now there actually is like proper evidence to suggest that this is what's going on. Why would, like, okay, if like killing Ellie is a part of this, and Ellie is a Titan by birth or a non-human entity by birth, like she is in Impact 3rd, why would imprisoning the Lord Ravager who does this be the goal? You know, like what is the point of that? I wonder if in the reset we will see Kevin's fall there, and him having to relive the world and not being able to change anything, leading to his change into Flame Reaver. And maybe we'll eventually have a Back to the Future 3 scenario where we see our own arrival what we're doing locally not. But yeah, I don't feel we'll see that. I think that seeing Kevin's descent into Flame Reaver is almost a guarantee. That seems very likely. Because again, we've already seen his resolve to like tear the world apart if the era leads to chaos. So if he comes in and he sees this again over and over again, he's gonna do the same thing again. This also begs the question of like, if the Flame Reaver kills Cyrene, why would Fina now, the way that he is, why would he go kill Cyrene in the new era? Right? Like, if her death is a constant in every single one of these things, why would he do this? Why would he want to kill the person he spoke only highly of all the time? And I think this is due to the fact we don't know a lot about his past yet. He's kept the fact that his real name is a secret. It's probably Kaslana or Kevin. It's something. It's one of those things. Like, I would be willing to bet even that that's what that is. But even so, we don't know why he would kill her at all. Why he would be punished for this, like, we don't know. Like, because that raises more questions again about Ellie's origins. Like, why is she here? What is her goal? What is her purpose for this? What if Fina kicked her out of the prison and it fragmented her? Potentially. Because Spiked Out name is 5 spaces long. You could... okay, so my thing about that is the spaces could be exact. They might be doing that. They might also be, like, misleading us. It could be based off of, like, the Japanese text, not the English text. I think that Impact Third did that quite often before they told us what Ellie's signet was called. It's ego, but I think it was only censored with, like, 1 or 2 things. It was a whole thing. They did it. It was a whole separate kind of thing. So, like, they might be doing it based off the English, they might be doing it based off of the original Japanese stuff. I'm not really clear what they're doing with that. They're going to call him Kevin or Kaslana. It's going to be one of those 2 things. Like, that's what his real name is going to be. Like, I have no question in my mind about it. They're going to wait for a while before they tell us that, though. Like, that's not going to be we get next patch. Probably. Maybe. I might end up eating my own words. Mihoyo could very well be intentional. It could be. We just won't know until later. And there's a whole lot, like, what we see about Finance's character right now is that there's a lot that he hasn't told us. There's things that, like, he says he's protecting us, he's going to make this thing to be here or whatever, but he's deliberately hiding specific information. He does this to everyone. We have not, I don't feel like we've really seen the true Finan, right? We don't really know what his personality is really like, what the kind of person he really is, and what his motivations really are. We have what he tells us, but they're like, he gives us this, like, vibe of insincerity. And I've noticed that from the very beginning, that, like, he feels very manufactured in a lot of ways. So he knows a lot more than he's letting on about something. Whatever Ida's Elysia is, like, there's something going on that he's not telling us. And I think that's an important point to note, too. That's probably going to come up next patch, and in the next few patches. But I don't know. I'm very intrigued to see where it all goes. There's a lot to get through. There's a lot of things to theorize about. I'm really, really intrigued, though. Like, this was really good. Maybe Kevin is actually a boy left at home and was involved in a Christmas event with Bear Burglars. I mean, I suppose. I suppose it's possible. Is it live? Am I okay, we have this live again. I gotta change the fucking stream shit again. I suppose Siren's death in the past could have been his doing, but unintentional, unavoidable. Well, I think it's almost certainly his doing. I think that's absolutely a given. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that, like, whatever happened to Cyrene, Kevin had something to do with it. He killed her. Why he killed her is really the question of it. Of, like, did he have a choice? Was something she asked him to do? I don't know. I think that it's really important questions that need to be asked, but we just don't have any way to answer that right yet. I think because we know the Flame Reaver killed her in this timeline. If Flame Reavers are always Kevin's, then Kevin always kills Cyrene. So why is he killing Cyrene? Why does he keep doing this? I think this is something that definitely needs to be answered. But I guess we'll have to, like, wait and see. I'm hoping that we, like, get something from that soon. Next patch cannot get here soon enough now. I need to keep editing my stream stuff on YouTube. That way I can like actually have it make sense. Save that. I don't know. But whatever the case is, I'm very, very excited. I cannot wait. This stuff cannot get here soon enough. Please, faster, MiHoYo. I beg. But also give me time to like save up some crystals so I can get other characters. He says this whole town was sure the Flame Reaver and Siren was killed by them. I wonder if Flame Reaver is a showing of a shadow split persona of his, forming by Memoria from the trauma of killing her and the town. It could be that. It could be. It could be like Sentry in like Marvel stuff, where like he has like all this power, but there's like an alternate evil form that always is created from his mind. You all need sleep. I mean, I need sleep. I need a lot of sleep. It's bad. It's a whole thing. But we'll have to talk more about plot stuff later. It is almost 2 a.m. and I do need to try to go to sleep. I was very tired today. I had a headache. My headache is actually coming back. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I like the pulls. I have to start building Cypher. Remember that the next stream we're going to have, for sure, is we're starting Zenless on Saturday. That'll be Saturday evening at 8 p.m. Hopefully I can figure out why my internet keeps shitting the bed on me. We'll figure that out. Saturday morning, right now, there is no stream. But should my schedule change, there might be. And we will be doing more emotes or something, or continuing our stuff from last week. Or maybe we'll start Cypher art. I kind of want to do Cypher art too. So we will see what happens on Saturday. I won't know until Friday for sure what's going on, but we'll figure it out. I suspect Flame Reaver may be him, but not him. I'm wondering if Flame Reaver is similar to Memo Sprite. Yeah, that's possible too. It's definitely a Kevin. I think it's a Kevin, or it's something that's tied to his memories. It has knowledge of what happened before, and it has a desire to tear the world down, which Kevin already made a vow to. So there's something with that, I think. But anyways, I think I need to wrap this up. So I will see you guys on Saturday.